on day 3. Still haven't completely recovered. I'm better, but not 100% yet. We're working on it. As soon as I get to be 100%, we'll start doing videos during the day. I've been resting most of the day. It's hard to get going, that's all. Today was old people pay day. It was time to go out shopping, so we did that today. Usually nothing can keep me from the building table, but I'm not up to snuff. I'm sorry. I did get the spar complete though. It's not as light as I'd like it, but we're going to have to rethink my leading and trailing edges, so I put a call in to get some super nice leading and trailing edge material. This leading and trailing edge material that I got, matter of fact, I'm going to message him here. Message. Make it 2 1 by 1 by 4 by 36 and 4 space 1 by half space by 4 by 36. There we go. We'll get that off. All right. So we got some new lumber, some guaranteed 4-pound wood instead of this heavy ass shit that I got here. This stuff didn't mill out. I mean, this is straight, but it's kind of heavy. That's leading edge stock. We got the 3 and 4 pound, that's 3.5 pound rib material here. I guess I can sit down and cut some ribs, or you can either cut ribs or lay out a crutch. I don't know what to do here. So many things to do. I guess we can lay out a crutch. You guys have seen me cut ribs enough. So in order to do that, we need an engine. I need a piece of 3/16. Okay. 3/16. How's it going? I don't know about dead. It feels like. So let's cut a new end on this. So I'm gonna show you the spar. It's all finished, sanded. It's pretty nice. Like I say, not quite as light as I'd like it. It's about a ½ ounce heavier than normal. But we'll be able to make it up when I order that new lumber. We need the calipers. I'm going to need the back saw and a square. Back saw and a square. The first thing I want to do is I want to square this off on the end. We want to make it same length as the motor mounts here. So it's 1.5. It's 101 inch, 510 thousandths wide. Actually, 100, 520 thousandths would be better. One inch, 520 thousandths. So it's 2 3/8 wide. Yep, 2 3/8. God, I wish I could glue this down. I guess I could tack it and then cut it back off. We'll just do that. One. Because my motor mounts are tapered here, I can't measure one end or the other. So I have to measure the inside, then measure the outside, and then measure the outside on that end, if that makes sense. Let me change camera angle so you can get a drift. We don't want it too tight. So that's 1, 1 and 4. If I make it 1.5 inches, yeah, we could just make it 1.5 inches. Inch and a half, and then this is 1 3/8 inches, I believe. Nope, 2 1/4. 2 1/4. So let's put a dot right there. Let's see, 1.5 inches. Put a dot right here. Now, somebody's got to come up with a blue bottle that doesn't stop up. Okay. That's good. So the outside measurement is, that's 2 1/4, I believe. Yep, 2 1/4. And over here, two and a quarter. You really can't glue this piece on until it's all together because you got to put fillers in there. I'll show you. So I need some cross grain pieces now that are two and 45 thousandths. What did I do with that wood? There it is. You want to build a light crutch, this is the way to do it. You can't just put 1/2 inch lumber between the two. There you go. No. Nope. It's going to be a 1/16 inch bigger. 1/16 more. There it is. Everything's hand fit. See the slots in the motor mount there? This slides down in here. We'll get some epoxy and get this glued together. That's close enough. And there's more to a crutch. Hey, Jeff. Annie, Jeff, and Chewy here. Okay, watch another launch from our driveway. 61 degrees. Oh, yeah, that's freezing. It's Annie tonight. Yeah, 61. Woo, man. That'd be a heat wave here. I've got kind of a new look for this airplane in mind. That should be enough. Okay, let's stick it in there and see how it works. Oh. Yep, I didn't need all that many. Get in there. There it is. There it is. Okay. That's it right there. Could be a little less. Okay, let's so this is the underside. No, this is the underside. This here. 1, 2, 3. I better get some parchment. Hey, Terry. You turn on the heater. That's what I do. Parchment. Well, I thought Thursday the Magnum was going, but it's going to be Saturday. So that's fine. That's fine. What is with this tube that it don't want to work? Shit. So take a little bit more off of here. Comes out a little better. Another second. Where are you? There you go. I'm gonna have to give me some more of these. Around the clothes dryer, yeah. That'll work. Get you a salamander kerosene thing to heat the garage up. Okay, let's see if this is better. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, guys, I'm not 100% yet, but we'll get through this. We'll get through it somehow. Hard to believe that's what holds the motor on. By the time I'm done, this thing's so solid, it's ridiculous. There it is. Piece. Let's do it this way. Shit. Okay. There we go. So we need a piece of wood that is 8 7/8 long. It's actually 9 inches long. It's 9 inches long. I forgot this is a stupid ruler that starts an 1/8 inch back, so 9 inches long. Yeah. Make it easy on yourself. Okay, you see what that did? That leaves a little ledge right there, a filler, or what have you, so that this will be flat with the top when I sand it off. Yeah, it could have been a little wider. Damn. Actually, it could have been an 1/8 of an inch instead of 3/16. Let's just go ahead and glue this on there, be done with it. We'll just tack it. I'll just tack it. Pretty tight. Should be okay. Well, we'll get a crutch built tonight anyway. I can't glue this piece on until the motor's mounted so that it captures the blind nuts. But we can, however, get this epoxied and get this sanded down and get a piece of 64th on it. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and glue that. You can't do that. Well, I just did it. It'll be fine. I just little shit. Damn, got me. Got me. I don't really care for how this piece fits. Not quite big enough. Need to remake this piece. Needs to be 64th bigger on that end. I mean, it would work because I'm going to epoxy this on. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and use it, and then I'll hit it with the sander. Just both sides. Not right. Shit. Man, I'm going to have to quit working on this stuff until I get better because I can't think for some reason. Make all kind of mistakes. Not right. It is not right. If you find something's not right, don't keep going on it, because you get to the end, it'll be terrible. So we'll have to do something else here. Let's dug out. You definitely don't want to get to the end. I might go over this week to my lumber yard and get another piece of wood for another. It seems like the wood that I got is heavier than the last piece that I made on that spar. Right, might remake another spar because it's a ½ ounce over. You can't have that. So how do I want to clean that out? Use that piece that I wasted. You know you're sick when you sand the inside of the motor mounts. Yeah, 39 minutes in and I got nothing done again. This is the slowest airplane I ever built. Ridiculous. Okay, let's try this again. How are we going to do this? I know what I could do. I could glue it permanently to that and leave the end hanging off. Drill the motor mounts. And then cap it. Yeah, we'll do that. That way it fits perfect. Well, no, I can't do that because then I can't get the filler in there. Shit. Can't think straight. All right, somehow we screwed this up. I think it's because that router wouldn't route it. I had to use it on the table saw. That maple was tough, boy. Okay. Let me get another piece of 3/16. Can't use all this stuff. This is for my rudder. Let's make sure I got enough. Here we go. We'll use this one for the filler. This is the hard piece, this is the light piece. Once again, let's try this again. I need 3 pieces. 3 pieces. That one. One. Hopefully it works out this time. Three. Okay. Happy. I make mistakes. Yeah, I make mistakes. Lots of them. Okay, let's try this again. SIG, very light, 3/16 by 3 by 36, $1.60. How old is that? Get the clamps on there. That's too much. Measure it up and see if it's square. 2. Close. It's close. That's it. Glad I fixed it. It's actually too wide. No problem. Still too wide. But a long ways. Getting closer. Nope. Yeah, we're getting closer now. Now it's too damn close. What the hell's going on here? Too tight. Now, I'm doing something wrong. Get down here on this end of the bench on the glass. Nope, that ain't gonna do it. I think I might have to start from scratch and mill me some new motor mounts. Because this groove is not real consistent. Maybe if I take it out to the router with that groove cut in it, the router will keep up and cut a nice groove in there. But it's too cold tonight. We've been on an hour and 10 minutes, and I have got nothing done. So nothing done. Frustrating. So what that tells me is, until I get better, you guys may not see me because I just can't think. I may just eliminate this video. I guess I could go out there and get that router cable and bring it in here. Nah, I better not. Too noisy. don't understand. I'm sure that I'll figure it out. But I'm sure that you guys won't see it when I figure it out. There's something definitely wrong here. If I glue it to that, then it's got no filler in it. That is no good. How can I do it? Maybe we can do it like this. Let's do it with math. Let's try that trick. So we got 1.5 inches here. It's actually not quite 1.5 inches. Inch and 480 thousandths. We'll make it 1 inch and 490, 10 thousandths less. Make 1.5 inches. Yeah, we could make it 1.5 inches. So, recouping myself. Rapidly moving on. So we got 1.5. Each one of these stupid things is 3/8 wide. Give or take. Yeah, 375. 3/8 and 3/8 is 3/4. 3/4. So this needs to be 2 1/4 wide. So if I take a couple of these pieces here, I'm not sure this is going to work, but I'm going to battle this until I get it. 2 1/4. Two and a quarter. I don't like it. Thought I saw that miter box here somewhere. Did I do it? What did I do with it? Yeah, this is going to work. Never had this much trouble before. Always the first time. I do this. I need a couple of sticks. Yeah, I'm gonna use this. This piece of 3/16 is $1.70. Two and a quarter. 2 1/4. Damn thing. The problem is holding this thing with the taper on it. So, in order to get around all that, take these two pieces right here. Let's see, yeah, this is the top. We'll tack that right there. Damn glue bottle. This is going to work. Never had to do it this way before, but usually my router table works. This time it didn't. Couldn't cut that groove, and this maple was just too hard. Make sure this is square. Close enough. This goes there. Okay, so now, there we go. Now I need to make this to slip in here the right size. And this ain't it. It's gonna have to be bigger. Actually, not. So if I epoxy that in there, yep. Make sure it's square. Yep. Okay, let's mix up some epoxy. There we go, right here. I got my new mixing tool. Where is it? It's over there. No, I put it away, so we don't want to use that one, I guess. Well, I did get something done. I got three pieces of wood glued together in an hour. That's not my normal self, that's for sure. We don't have many chatters tonight. You guys are probably laughing at me. What a struggle. It's a struggle, I can tell you that. There we go. There it is. Hour and 3 and 19. Who will be the first super chat for 2024? That's what I want to know. Yeah, well, I'll be all right. I promise I'll live through this one. I don't know about the next one, but this one will be okay. My brain is just so foggy. It's, all that sinus been blowing my nose, and what comes out of my nose looks like Titebond. As soon as that dries, I'll cut them other pieces off there, and we'll do a filler in there somehow. Before I was only going to run an hour, but I'm going to run long enough to get this glued together because it just aggravates me that I can't get it done. Craig Biswick is the first of the new year, 2024 winner. Yay. Thank you, Craig. First of the new year, 3 days in. I haven't seen Jonathan Karatis today. I haven't seen my old buddy Yogi for a while. It's starting to dry now. We'll get the filler made. Glued on and sanded. Then I can work on the fire. As soon as this is these two things in a beam wing airplane are the heart of the airplane, the beam and the crutch. This is a good beam. It's just a half ounce heavier than I'd like. I don't know as if I can take any more out of it and have it strong enough. Of course, we're probably overbuilding. I probably could build out an 1/8 inch balsa, but you kind of hate to think that, and then the first wing over, shoot, the wings fly off, snap the spar. I have seen that kind of stuff happen before. What normally happens when a wing folds is whoever was building it put the fillets on before they put the paper on. They sanded the sheeting so thin next to the fuselage, and then first they sanded it real nice, and it happens a lot on foam wings. They sanded it real nice. Then they put the fillet in, sanded it out, and dug a little hole in the sheeting, and then covered it, and then put some crap on it to level it out, so it looks nice. But it created a stress riser right there at the turn, and whoop, the wing will fly right off. There's a lot of G's that these things pull. Okay, we got this part, I think. Cut this off. Okay, I need to make a filler for inside here. Okay. Let's check the engine first. Okay, it goes on this side. Yeah, that's more better. Okay. This is not going to work. It's going to be too small. Well, not really. Not at all. That's exactly right. Okay. Figured it was going to be too small, but nope. So, need a new mixing piece. We'll get this baby done yet tonight. The way this is constructed is what gives you the strength. All these cross grains, you got grain going this way, and the motor mounts are going that way, the grain. And it's light, it's real light. Back. Right there. Set this aside for it to dry. Then I'll hit it on the belt sander. And it'll cap this video off. 1 hour and 15 minutes to make a crutch. Unbelievable. Couldn't get it right though. Let's see what it weighs. That's the most important part. What does it weigh? Power. This is heavy wood here. It's 1.6 ounces. If I put this on it, that would be a complete crutch. It would weigh 2 ounces. That's an ounce underweight, so that's good. This maple that I bought from Home Depot that I'm cutting the motor mounts out of, it is rock hard. I mean, it is. Whew. I got to do that on my table saw in the garage. I can't use my modeling tools for it. I got to use cabinet tools to do it. As soon as this dries, you guys are going to have to excuse me. I'm going to have to go run the belt sander, and well, I could probably do that right now. We got it. We got her done, and it took a while, but I got it finally. Wasn't going to let it whip me. So now this is flat here. This piece, after you drill the holes for the motor, goes on here, epoxies onto the top of this, like so. Then I'm not gonna do it right this second. I'll do it off camera. I'm gonna take and I'm gonna grind all this part of the motor mount away right here, so it'll be like that, ground down to there. And then I'll put a piece of 64th ply on top of that, epoxied on top of that. So that motor mount is light, it's solid, and it ain't coming apart. I mean, it's the old way was to glue, just I've seen guys drill holes in these, drill a bunch of holes in them, and then glue 1/2 inch pieces between it. I've also seen one piece a 1/2 inch here, one piece a 1/2 inch here, one in the center, and then put a floor on it. This is the lightest way that I've found to do this. You can't hardly beat it. And it's solid. I mean, there's no mistaking it. That looks good. That looks real good. It come out real nice. Everything hinges on these parts. This part and the beam. The rest of the airplane just kind of falls together. Tomorrow night, I don't know if Steve's coming over or not. If you're coming over, Steve, you're taking it at your own risk. I still might be contagious. That turned out nice. So I'll grind that off there. That way the tank sits 1/8 of an inch up towards the top so you can get an adjustment on it. If you don't do that, you can't raise the tank. And it always seems like that's what you got to do is raise the tank, especially if you're using a clunk tank. If you're using a clunk tank, I would take more out of it than that. I would make this 1/4 inch, you know. Part of getting the airplane to turn the way that I like to turn is setting the engine back with a 3/4 inch extension, setting the tank back into the wing, and let's see what happened to that other tank. You see, if you look at this, let's say here's a clunk here, and you got this engine sitting in here. If you measure up from the bearers to the center of the needle valve, center of the venturi, you can't get that engine or that tank down far enough or up far enough. So you got to cut that. You got to cut that space in it. My phenolic will be here Friday, so we're going to be making some phenolic 3-piece sandwich bell cranks. I'm going to use phenolic pads on this instead of aluminum. All right, I'm sorry this video wasn't real educational. Well, I got a good piece of wood right here. No, not quite wide enough. Not a bummer. Just a little narrow. So we'll have to use that piece. And please wait to glue this 3/16 piece on until after the blind nuts are in, so it captures the blind nuts. And then when you put your F1 in here, make it touch this, and when you cut this out, you cut it out up to the F1, and that way this thing is locked together like that, you know, like fingers. More glue area. You can't just stick two pieces of wood together, butt joint it and expect it to hold. Not very good. So you can take thinner wood and engineer it with point to point angular. That's what, if you look at a bridge, how a bridge is built, you know, the geodetic trusses on it, it's point to point, and they try to make those points hold the stress. Well, that's what I try to do in model airplanes. You know, the motor mount's been angled out this way, so we removed all that hardwood and filled it up with balsa wood. And I'm not relying on the glue to for the strength. I'm just relying on the glue to hold it together. But I'm relying on the grain and the angular, you know, how I lock things together to hold it together. That's just something that I picked up over the years, you know, just make it light, use less wood. And I'm not an engineer, but my shit don't break. I have never had a wing fold. Never had a bell crank pull out. Even when I was doing it with the old way with the floors, I used to engineer sticks in it, you know, 1/4-inch sticks to hold the pressure, keep from ripping the bell cranks out. Because I didn't start doing suspended bell cranks till the 90s. And that really helps a lot. Neck compression spar really helps. I never did a basswood compression spar till the 90s either. All right, guys, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, Craig, for the first super chat of 2024. If I'm feeling up to it, I'll see you tomorrow. If not, I'm going to take a day off because it's just killing me. Like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you later. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.